Kyle is not here tonight. So instead, for tonight's episode, it's actually going to be me and this bag spreading some holiday cheer tonight on this couch. What are your thoughts on the holiday season? Well, I think the holidays are really fun, and I love looking at all the decorations. What holiday specifically do you subscribe to? Oh, I do them all. Boy, well, anything you want to add to the people? Yeah, your co-host, Kyle, he kind of sucks. Hey, bag, be nice. I'm much more entertaining than that guy. You should put me on my couch talking sports, not him. Okay, well.
Hey, alright, I'm ready to do the what is this?
Nothing.
Excuse me?
Attack!
What the? Oh! What the hell? What? Okay, fine. You know what? Fine. I see how it is.
Merry
Me
Christmas.
and you co-host.
Jeez. What the
hell? Me and Kyle. We're going to start a whole new show.
I'm just going to be the animal betting. This is, I don't know how else to go from here.
What the hell were we just doing?
Everybody, welcome to another edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. As always, I am Robbie. This is Kyle. Kyle, happy holidays, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing well. You know, just getting through the holidays. I haven't done any holiday shopping yet, so no one has any gifts in my neck of the woods. So
no. If you're watching this and you know Kyle, he doesn't care about you.
No, I'm like anti-Santa. I'm like the Grinch.
You stole Christmas?
I stole Christmas. I'm blocking all the presents.
You heard it here first, guys. Kyle stole Christmas.
I did. I'm working on it. I haven't like all the way stolen it, but I'm working on it. It's like a plan here.
On the other hand, I've got all my shopping done. I got it done early, so I'm ready to go because I actually care about people. Anyway.
Burn. Oh, man.
Anyway, coming out firing.
Put the burn out, with this.
No, but you know what, Kyle? In all seriousness, happy holidays. It's great to be back on the couch to talk some sports. So, glad to hear you're doing well.
Yes.
And let us be the first, or maybe not the first, but some of the first, to wish all of you out there a happy holiday season. Whether you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, I don't know.
Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, any of those?
Yeah, any combination of any of the holidays. We hope that it is a safe, joyous, and festive holiday season as we hit the home stretch of 2023, heading into the year 2024, an election year.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's true.
That is a fact. It is an election year. But anyway, before we begin tonight's episode, I do want to send a special shout out to our sponsors, Zyman Organizing and Wes Woodson, as always, sponsoring tonight's episode. Really appreciate their support, not just for this show, but for a show that actually has a new episode that just came out, Screen Time with Doug and Kyle. Yeah. So very happy for them. I was watching a little bit of it. It looked like some good stuff.
It was just it was so much improv.
You guys sort of started a new anything, every other an anything episode basically.
Yeah, pretty much what we have. We're gonna intersperse them with themed episodes. So we have themes where we talk about whether it's comedy, movies, or video games or whatever. But then every other episode is gonna be just kind of Doug and I just talking. So we're just gonna talk about whatever. Not even necessarily movie or game related. It's going to be just anything.
Well, Kyle, this just gave me a great light bulb moment. What would you think about On a Couch Talking Sports, talking anything, just off the cuff episode?
Yeah, of course.
Just talk about anything, whatever comes to our mind.
Oh yeah, oh my God,
just talk about it.
Definitely.
All right, so you guys heard it here first. We're doing some live. This has never been done before. Live on air. brainstorming for future episodes. So coming up in 2024, you will get a Anything Goes episode of On a Couch Talking Sports.
Yep.
So
Can't wait.
but back to the topic at hand for tonight's episode. So I want to take you guys back in time to January of this year. Our first episode of 2023. Kyle and I, if you watched that episode, or if you haven't, please feel free to go back and check it out right now, or, at some point after you watch this episode. We made some predictions in that first episode of the new year about what we thought was going to happen sports related in the year 2023. And so since this is our final episode of 2023, we wanted to go out by reviewing those predictions for you and seeing just how well we did this year or how well we didn't do this year. So if I give a minute here to pull it up on my... I wrote them down on my phone because I couldn't remember what we had said, so I kind of went back and did a little research of my own on that past episode earlier. So let's get right into it, shall we? I guess I'll start with my predictions. It's going to be kind of interesting because one of my predictions technically hasn't 100% been determined yet, so it's going to be very curious to see how that shakes out.
Okay.
But I will get to that in a moment. I will start though with the ones that did already come to fruition for me. The first prediction I made was that the Bruins and the Celtics would make it to the respective league finals. Or you're pulling out your phone just because I have my phone out? You just got to pull your phone out?
I was dueling phones, That's the idea, right? No.
That's fine. No, I'm kidding. Sorry.
I don't care.
So my first prediction was that the Bruins and Celtics would make it to the finals of their respective leagues, and unfortunately, that did not come true. The Bruins, despite finishing the regular season with the best record in all of the NHL, proceeded to lose in the first round of the playoffs, which was a big time bummer. And then the Celtics, what was I going to say? The Celtics they were one game away. They had to win one more game to get to the NBA Finals, and they lost in Game 7 of the East Finals to the Miami Heat. So, unfortunately, neither team made it to their league finals, so I was kind of bummed about that. But for my second prediction that did actually come to fruition this year was that I said Kyle and I would attend a Bruins or a Celtics game in 2023, and lo and behold, I think just a few weeks later after we filmed that episode, Kyle and I went to a Celtics game together.
We did. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
Loved it.
I think unfortunately the Celtics lost though. They lost to the Knicks in overtime. But
yeah, that's true.
But it still was a fun game. Still was a great time. We enjoyed it. So one of multiple sporting events that Kyle and I attended together in 2023, which was great.
I loved it.
So now that brings me to sort of the decider of whether or not I go 1 for 3 or 2 for 3. The one that's not to come to fruition yet. I had said that the Boston College football team would win at least 7 games this season. Well, BC currently stands at 6-6, and they have 1 game remaining coming up December 28th, their bowl game, the Fenway Bowl, against SMU. So, if they win that, then yes, my prediction will come to fruition that they will win 7 games this season. But if they lose, it will not. So tune in to the BC Bowl game on December 28th if you want to see if I got above 500 or not for my predictions. So
we're on the line here, guys.
We're on the line, man. It's coming out of the wire, literally the wire of 2023 to see how we fared. So those were my 3 predictions. Now, Kyle, for your 3 predictions, I'm going to need a little bit of assistance for a couple of them, sort of you telling me whether or not they came to fruition or not.
Okay.
The first one I know did. Because the first one you said that the Michigan football team would make it to at least the semifinals of the college football playoffs. And guess what? They did. In fact, they were the number 1 ranked team heading into the college football playoff semifinals, and they will be battling Alabama on, I believe it's January 1st in the semifinal game. So definitely looking forward to that and wishing them best of luck. Go Blue. But you were 100% correct. You nailed
Good.
it. Because I think the funny thing is when we filmed this first episode, they had just lost in the semifinals of last year's season to TCU, and you said you were very confident in them getting back to that point at least.
Yeah,
so
yep.
They proved you right. So well done, Kyle.
Thank you.
All right, so now your final two, I'm gonna need a little bit of help for if you would allow.
I couldn't even remember.
It's okay. That's okay.
That's why this guy he's the organizer.
So for the second pick, the second prediction that you made, you said that, and I hope I'm remembering. Yeah, I wrote this down correctly. That you would attend at least 4 running races, or run at least 4 races.
Oh, at least 4. I used number 4.
Yeah,
huh?
you used number 4.
Okay, I mean, how many? I'm trying to remember how many races I did this year. I think I came close. Because I did the. Okay,
you did Thanksgiving.
Yep, I did the turkey trot. I did actually a Hampton Beach run, which was great. That was a lot of fun. Very straight road, very straightforward. So I think I ended up being like 2 to 3. I thought there was a third one in there somewhere. I know I did one like last Thanksgiving in Chatham, but yeah, I think I mainly only did like I'd say 2 races that come to mind right away. If I'm wrong, I will correct myself in the following episode. But yeah, as far as I can tell, I think I only did 2, so I didn't quite reach my goal. But hey, you know what?
You ran the races though. That's the most important thing. You did something. So honestly, when it comes to that, 2 is a very good achievement. So well done.
Thank you.
And then the other one, the last one that you did, was that you would try to incorporate some sort of like track and field lesson at work.
Nah, I don't. No, it didn't quite happen that way, unfortunately, either. So that's 1 out of 3 that kind of came true. I'd like to. It's mainly because last year I had a little bit of a wrench thrown in my plan there, where I kind of had to move to a different school for a little bit. I got semi-transferred to a different place, and
yeah, that's true.
It was unfortunate
out there, yeah.
So I had to kind of like I had to become more of a floating teacher, so I didn't have that much control over the curriculum. But I'm hoping this year, now that I got an actual, I'm back in a classroom where I'm with a co-teacher and we have more control over the plan. She and I, so that way. I'm hoping maybe I could do a little track, especially when it gets a bit warmer. So I'll probably do that as one of my predictions.
Yeah, we will be making our 2024 predictions on the next episode, obviously, after the new year. So definitely looking forward to hearing those. But so basically, Kyle went 1 for 3. I'm borderline 1 for 3 or 2 for 3, depending on the result of that BC game. So, honestly, we're not professional prognosticators here. We did our best, and both of us at least got 1 right. So it's not the end of the world. So, but yeah, we're looking forward, like I said, full steam ahead to 2024, and like I said, next episode we will come at you with those predictions. But now we want to turn our attention to, for the final time in the year 2023, our end segments, the Robbie's football recap and the Sue's reviews. I'll go first with mine just because mine is kind of quick this time. Obviously the Wellesley season's over. BC, as I just said, plays in their bowl game on December 28th, so I will have the result of that on the next episode after the first of the year, how they finished up. Patriots won a game last week.
The
Patriots actually won last Thursday night.
Wait, they can do that?
I know, it's shocking, right? I didn't realize that was actually humanly possible for them this year. Yeah.
I didn't know either. I thought this year they were just gonna keep.
Yeah.
But wow.
It's amazing how that works out. But yeah, so they did win, on last Thursday night. They beat the Steelers, so now they're 3-10. And they get the lovely task of hosting the Kansas City Chiefs this weekend. So that's going to be very interesting to watch. But anyway, for the fantasy side of things, I went 1-1 this week in my leagues. So like I said, I'm still above 500 in both my leagues. I'm in actually in second place in the league that I won in this past week, and kind of in the middle of the pack for the other leagues. So still a lot of football left to be played, but I'm hanging tough. I'm doing okay. But that is, like I said, going to be the final 2023 installment of the Robbie's Football Recap. I'll be back with more after the first of the year, sort of winding down NFL and college and fantasy football season. And now, to kick it over to the, no pun intended because we were just talking about football. The final Sue's reviews of 2023. I know it's going to be electric, and I just can't wait to hear it. So, Kyle, the floor is yours, my friend. Take it away.
All right, so I mean, it's been I think a really solid year of, especially movies and games all around, and I did want to kind of sort of take the time to wrap up my experience with Mario RPG, because I did a so far review, I think, the last time, and I do want to kind of wrap that up. And as like next year kind of starts, I do want to kind of do a little bit of a sum up of this past year and all the movies, and I think I might do like my favorite movies and games and stuff like that I played this year, and I think that'll be fun, but I'll save that for when we kind of get into next year. And so I just wanted to do a final review on Mario RPG, which is the remake of the Super Nintendo game that came out back in '96, and then they just remade it this year and for this Nintendo Switch with updated graphics. And overall, I thought it was a fantastic experience. I beat the game very quickly, as you can see, because I think when I first started talking about this, I had just started the game, and now I beat it. So, which is probably one of the, because I've beaten this game so many times, so it's like I pretty much know what to do and all the secrets and everything, and they pretty much kept everything intact. If you have played the original on Super Nintendo, you pretty much know what to expect when it comes to like, they threw a few different kind of curveballs here and there, but for the most part, it's the same experience as the original Super Nintendo game. Just a very well made game. I like that they added cutscenes throughout the game too to kind of explain the story. I like how they actually did give you new moves, which I thought was really cool. So it did kind of like, it made the game a bit easier in certain ways. Like there's a lot of moves where you can kind of clear the enemies on the screen and stuff like that, because you do a lot of turn-based battles in this game. It is a straight up RPG, like a Final Fantasy style RPG, but in the style of Mario. So you do get to jump around, and the platforming was really great. And it just overall, I thought was a really great experience. The story held up really well. I thought the dialogue is really funny. Like you read it and you can't help but crack up. It's got some great like lines there, like and it's like there's a part of the game, I just gotta explain this, like it just gets so ridiculous, it gets so bonkers, where you're trying to save, and this is a little bit of a spoiler, so if you really want to experience the game to its full extent, I recommend
spoiler alert. Wow, I can't say spoilers. Spoiler alert. Jeez. Try to say that 3 times. I love 3 times fast. Spoiler alert. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good. So if you want to experience the game, I would suggest just kind of coming back to this review maybe once you guys have progressed in the game further, or have beaten the game mainly. But there's a part of the game where it starts. So basically, the game starts off as like any old Mario game where Peach gets Princess Peach gets captured by Bowser. Mario has to go in and save her, and it's just like, okay, it's the same old Mario story, or at least so you think. Then a giant sword crashes through, all hell breaks loose, everyone gets separated, and then that's where the story gets interesting, because you end up actually teaming up with Bowser and Peach as the quest goes along, and you meet new friends along the way too. You meet this cool puppet named Gino, who's basically like Pinocchio meets the Terminator. He's like, he can like, his puppet arms can turn into like guns and stuff. It's ridiculous. And Mallow's like this like cloud person and stuff like that. So when you get later in the game, you still have to kind of rescue Peach, because she gets trapped on basically this guy Booster. He's like this villain that ends up capturing her after the whole sword thing debacle happens, and so you have to save her from Booster. And what happens is Booster wants to marry Peach, so he takes her to he takes her. He literally takes her to this place called Marymore. It's like this giant church area, and she gets like, and he's like waiting to get hitched. And you're thinking, okay, you have to go and stop the wedding. You have some mini games that you play, and it's actually really, really fun. It's really amusing. So what happens is you're thinking, okay, by the end of this whole situation, I'm gonna have to fight the guy Booster. But no, that's not what happens at all. It actually has these really funny twists. So what happens is you end up actually having to fight the chefs in the wedding hall who have made this cake, and they say that, oh, we've put all this work into making our cake, so they end up becoming the bosses of the level because they get mad at you that you ended up stopping the wedding. And then what happens is an even weirder turn of events, the cake becomes alive, and the cake becomes this ultra powerful boss that you have to take down. And it just cracks me up when I play that section every time. It's just stuff like that's why I love Mario RPG. It's a very offbeat Mario game. It's like you don't really get Mario games like this anymore, and I like that they just kind of went for it and like tried to kind of invent this like originality. Like it had a very like original kind of like just vibe to it, and I appreciate for that. And the game is great. I highly recommend if you've played it, whether you've played the original or if you're a newcomer, definitely check it out. It even has a really cool thing at the end once you beat the game that the Super Nintendo game didn't even have. Once you beat the game, you actually have a kind of like after the game sort of these like missions that you can do. So you can actually fight the bosses that you fought, in the main quest, and they actually come back and they're tougher. So it kind of presents like a new challenge. So it's really cool. So the game is they made it more replayable this time. So I think it's great. Like you guys, I think would love it, especially if you're a Mario fan, even if you're a Final Fantasy fan, just a casual fan of RPGs. I think you're gonna love it. It's not a super hard game, but it's a lot of fun. It's one of the most fun RPGs I've ever played. So definitely play it. Here we go.
All right, there you go. Yeah, definitely ending the year with a bang, a banger of reviews. So
you get to fight a cake. Like, what more can you ask for?
Maybe fighting a pizza. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Hey, and in this universe, might as well, go big or go home, right? Exactly. But no, thank you for Kyle for that riveting final review of 2023. Always appreciate it, and look out for more Sue's reviews coming up in 2024. So that is going to round it up for this week's edition and for this year of On a Couch Talking Sports episode. Before we go, again, just want to say on behalf of us here at On a Couch Talking Sports, happy holidays, everybody. I hope that they are joyous. I hope that they are festive. And I also hope that you have a safe and happy new year as we go full speed ahead into the year 2024. So, want to send one final shout out to our sponsors, Diamond Organizing and Wes Woodson. Please check them out. Links will be in the description. For us, you can find us here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Again, don't find us in real life, please. That's just really creepy. But want to thank everybody, whether you tuned in for one episode this year or all our episodes from January onward, for joining us for another calendar year of On a Couch Talking Sports. We love doing this, and cannot wait to bring you back more great episodes from the couch in 2024. So, until then, he's Kyle. I'm Robbie, signing off for On a Couch Talking Sports. We will see you next year on a Couch Talking Sports. Bye, everybody. Happy New Year.
Peace. Good day. Oh.
And good night. Ugh.
Come on, Goose. Let's go. We don't need these people anymore. Or this man in this bag.
And then there was just me. All alone. Left to my own devices. Oh, I don't know.
Wow, okay.
We just decided that we were going to improvise a scene where I try to replace you with a bag of animal bedding.
Yeah,
And
this
then
wasn't
you
even
bring it-
really. All right, I'm just gonna be. I'm gonna be full disclosure here, guys. That was not even a blooper. That was literally just us, just like grabbing random props around the house and just like.
All of a sudden, you
I
were
have
just
no idea
like,
what happened.
you just hadn't come in yet. So all of you, I'm just here, just next to this bag of just animal bedding. I'm just like, let's just try to turn it into something.
Why
I
not?
don't know. Then you brought in a
Sometimes.
goose or whatever that thing is.
I did bring a goose. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You brought a goose to a bag fight.
I did. That's how I do it, Robbie. You know me. That's usually my strategy.